the conclusions you're jumping to is trying to replace the area where facts should be. Welcome back to the nimrodjaune podcast. I'm your host, Jack Adewale, and today is very special because today is episode 20 for YouTube and episode 30 for Spotify. And I said every 10 episodes we go get a cake. So, had to, just a little reward. Went to Wegmans. There's a Wegmans right next to my school. So after school, I just walk there. Then I just take the bus home. And I posted this on Instagram that I'm podcast ready because I had the cake and I had me some donuts too just to hold me because the nigga was a little hungry. But yeah, it is episode 20. It feels crazy right now. I'm at the park. I've shot a lot of videos here before. 2 videos this week actually were shot here. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody who supported the channel since episode 1 till now. Thank you. We are at 52 subs, which is crazy. I didn't even thank y'all for 50 subs. We hit 50 subs like it was nothing. Then I think I hit 50 subs last week and then we just blew right past it. But I gotta work out after all this. This is nutty, but cheers to 20 and 30 podcasts. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Definitely better than the first thing I got for celebrating 10 episodes. My goodness. That cake was terrible. But in honor of this being episode 20, I feel like we had to go back. So I went back to all my old writing that I did years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. And I picked 2 topics so I could talk about today. I feel like I really needed to address this because it's becoming a little bit of a learning matter while I eat this cake to celebrate. So let's get to the first topic. The truth doesn't matter. The perception of it does. Let me give you a little backstory like I always do. What year was this? I don't remember the year. It was probably 2023 or 2024. I was in my room, like always. I was on my hoverboard. A lot of the videos that y'all have seen, the ideas have came from my hoverboard, right? I was on my hoverboard. I was riding around, and it just came to me. It dawned on me, like it was like a boom, boy. And it dawned on me. The truth doesn't really matter in certain situations. The perception of what's going on is way more important than the actual truth of the matter. Let's take, for example, like an abuse case, right? Let's get even more in depth. The Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, right? Boom. That's a little recent. That happened in the past couple years. The facts didn't really matter in that case, in court. I mean, on the internet at least. And I say that because when it came out that she said that he was beating her and all this stuff, women immediately jumped on her side. Not to say it's crazy, but like women do, right? And I say that because women are more likely to agree with other women, and men are more likely to agree with other men. So because of that, it's just not a lot of logic going on. And women just jumped on her side saying, oh yeah, he did it. And while he was doing that, he lost his role. I think it was The Great Caribbean or something like that. It's one of those movies. He lost his role in that movie. And as you know, if you kept up with it, you learned that it was actually the opposite. And Amber Heard was the one beating on Johnny Depp. Even when the facts were coming out, people still didn't believe him. They still believed that it was Amber Heard. No, it was Johnny Depp that was being on Amber Heard. I gotta get that. And it's so weird because the truth of the matter is he didn't beat on her at all. But because the perception was twisted to believe that he did. To the minds of certain women on the internet, that nigga did that shit. And to the women out there who can't stay logical and wait for the facts to come out, or anybody in general, I think we're making the right step into society. The fact that he lost all of this opportunity, and I don't even think he got them back after it came out that he didn't do it, was so sickening, because that's how the truth is. The truth really does not matter in certain situations. It's what does it look like matters. What could I twist this to? That's what matters. The actual truth itself, the hard truth, what is actual factually proven, does it really matter in some cases? Right? This is kind of recent. The DDG and Halle Berry situation. I normally don't even touch on topics that's new unless it's like something that really annoys me. But this is just on par for the course with this topic. There's women out there who believe her. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't believe women at all. I truly think we should believe women, 100%. But when the evidence is not suffice, and you're just jumping to conclusion, the conclusions you're jumping to is trying to replace the area where facts should be. But conclusions will never completely fill in the role that facts will do, because facts is the God honest truth. Conclusions are biased. So because of that, it's very hard to try and create a conclusion that does not have any form of bias and is actually truthful. And you can only do that when the truth comes out. So right, let's keep going. He said that he banged her head on the steering wheel, all this, right? And there's women on the internet believing her. And there's this woman I follow. She makes children's books. And she said, when will people side with women when it's just based off of what she said? She said, I don't think I've ever had to block that many men in my life. And I go through the comments, I'm like, oh, look what they said. And for the most part, they were just saying, I'll believe when women stop lying about false accusations. And when I said that, I read, that's fair. That's very fair. I think we should believe women. I 100% think we should. But believing women based off of straight claims and no real facts, that's where you start to lose me. And going back to what I was saying about the tweet. The tweet, it was trying to psych my brain out of thinking, nah, I'm gonna wait till there's facts, because I'm not gonna believe something until there's facts proven. Because anything with no real evidence is a claim. And claims can be wrong. And until a claim is a claim until it has some facts. And then it becomes an absolute thing. Without anything absolute, it's a claim. And a claim is completely opinionated. And the woman in the conversation was gassing my brain, and then I heard another guy say something. Like I said, guys are gonna be with guys and girls are gonna be with girls. A guy said something, and it completely changed my mind right back to where I was thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till evidence comes out, because I'm not gonna believe something with no evidence. That's not me. That's not really my mood. It's not really my vibe. I don't really like doing that. And personally, I like staying out of all situations like this. But the whole thing with the Johnny Depp situation and the DDG situation, it all just proved to me the perception of what actually happened is way more important and controls the narrative than the actual truth of the matter. Because in the Johnny Depp situation, the actual truth of the matter is he didn't beat her. She beat him. But the perception of the matter was, he's a terrible person. We need to deplatform him. We need to do this. And I guarantee you, the same people that was talking bad about him, saying we need to cancel him, take away all the job opportunities, this and that, take away the way he able to feed his family. Those same people did not apologize to him when the facts came out. Because why would they ever do that? You're never supposed to apologize to somebody after you just try to ruin their life. You never do that. That's not the right thing to do. You're supposed to just let it be. And be like, oh, get over it. How you still complaining? That type shit. That's the internet for you. The internet is the only place where you can talk bad about somebody, and then when it comes out that what you're talking bad about them isn't true, you don't have to apologize for it because it's just so nobody cares anymore. Even though the fact that they just try to ruin your life for a couple months, that you're just getting smeared all over the internet, just hate. And the fact that it's just all good now is like, don't worry about it, bro. Why are you so mad? Like, what you so mad for? It's just a little cancel, just a little taking away your job so you can't even find a way to feed your family no more because no one wants to work with you because you're a woman beater. No, it's none of that. The internet's a very terrible place. Truly. We're in a very interesting time where we have given too much control to Twitter. I've said this in previous videos. We've given too much control to Twitter to the point where we don't even think for ourselves. We just go with what Twitter was saying. Like, I was about to agree with her. When I was talking about earlier, I was about to agree with her that, you know what, we should agree with women based off of just their claim. And then I heard a guy say something and it just brought me right back. I can't. A guy's gonna agree with a guy and a girl's gonna agree with a girl. I still agree with girls a lot, 100%. But that, in this case, But I don't know. I think we need to get off the internet because look at the view. Look at this. This is nice. This is nice. While I'm out here, right, I feel like it's only right that I try to talk about somewhat about the meaning of life. And this is going back to what I said earlier. We're going back. So this is something that I would have done like early days. Like, yeah, I would even do it now. But like, what if the meaning of life isn't something big? And what I mean by big is like, what if the meaning of life is something we don't really understand or we take for granted? Like breathing. Like, the meaning of life is to just breathe. That would be disappointing. Very disappointing. Because it'd be like, damn, the meaning of life is just breathing or just being. Like, that's it. That's the meaning of life. There's nothing else than just that. That's kind of boring, don't you think? But if I thought about it a bit more, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, breathing could possibly be a meaning to life. Because think about it. If you break it down, right? Breathing means that you are alive, you're living, you're able to experience things like this, you're able to see, you're able to move, you're able to do this, able to do a lot of things, right? Based on breathing. Hold on. Anyways, you're being, you're here. And with you being here, I feel like that could be a meaning of life to just breathe. Like a lot of things, like earlier today, I was meditating. I was meditating in class. I threw some music in my ear and I just sat there. I didn't really move. I was just breathing in and out, just eyes closed, just breathing. That's what I think meditation is to me, is just me to reset my brain, get my brain back focused, get me to just being present to what I'm doing right now. Being present for all the work I have to do, being present for my friends, family, everything I do that I feel like is mine. I'm just trying to be present for it. And meditating helps me reset, just in case sometimes I might try to move a little too fast to the point where I don't even really think about what I'm doing right now, like I've said in past videos. And being would be it, but if it's just like something so, like, breathing, like I just explained, breathing would probably be a meaning to life. But if we're just looking at it for face value, you'd be like, there's no way breathing is a meaning to life. Because I think the meaning to life is love. Like, we're all put on this earth to love. And everything that's happening is an opposition of it. And everything good is of love. When you're winning, you're up, you're doing things, this and that, it's of love. You're doing things of love. People are loving what you're doing to the point where you are getting money. Hold on. Right. I think the meaning to life is love, right? And with me thinking the meaning into life is love, I feel like everything that's in opposition, I already said all this shit, right? That they paid. And when people hate you, they love you not doing what you're doing. They love when you're not able to do what you do. That's what I think love is. Love is, I think I said this like, it was a really short clip. Probably like 30 seconds or 7 seconds max. It's on the channel somewhere. I think I said it. Love is hate being without that. Love is liking being with that person, and hate is loving being without that person. It's something along those lines. It wasn't really long, but something along those lines. And I think that's what hate and love is. Like, that's like the kind of dichotomy between the two, if I use that word correctly. Like, love and hate, they're just so intertwined with each other that when you do anything that's in opposition to it, you hate. You're doing the opposite of it, so you're going to receive opposite effects. And when you do something of love, you feel it. You're able to experience it with people. You're able to experience the joy with other people and things of that nature. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's a pretty short one, but I'll see you guys later. Peace.